Hello, and welcome to the FinBiz 2030 Building Resilience podcast series. This episode features highlights from the Better Leadership, Better Future webinar hosted by Angaris Angia. In this episode, we hear from Farwiza Farhan, who is introduced here by Angaris.
First up of our list of amazing speakers is we have Farwiza Farhan. She is one of the greatest activists of our generation committed to protecting our earth. And her work in Sumatra focuses on conservation, protection, and restoration of the Leuser Ecosystem. And she has been globally recognized for her policy and advocacy campaigns. So thank you, Farwiza, for joining us. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Kia, for the introduction. To be honest, maybe everyone would relate. I'm also as nervous as every other speaker, no matter how much that we have done in this sphere. However, in its essence, activism is the spirit of wanting to change the status quo, albeit in the various sectors that we think could be improved. My own activism journey came out of love. Love for nature, love for the ocean, love for life in this planet. Like any unrequited love, it usually breaks your heart to see something that you love being destroyed. When the love evolved, it took a new shape. It became anger. I learned the fact that nature is not dying just because, but it is being killed by people with name and addresses. It made me angry to think that people and businesses could put profit before everything else's, and as consequences, our life support system is destroyed. This makes me really angry. This makes me want to change the status quo. Yet, throughout the years of trying to campaign and convince people to protect the environment, I learned to find and extend compassion. I learned that it's not enough to simply knowing the science about the environment and the climate and why we need to protect forests. I learned that it's much more complex than that, and we all need to make a living. So we begin to understand one another. Our economic system is tilted. It's not balanced and it's not fair. Our linear economic system is shaped in a way that allows endless extraction of natural resources to create product that lasts very briefly, almost a single use, before it becomes waste and it gets dumped back on the ecosystem. This needs to change. The financial world sits at the center of decision making. Almost every politician gets elected based on their economic policy. Now, the question for us is how we will change our interaction with nature when we think about our economy. How our economic system will begin to internalize the external costs of environmental destruction. The environment is the one thing that unites us all. We all share this planet together. Perhaps we have seen the chart that shows sustainable development as three separate but overlapping circles that contain economy, society, and environment. But in reality, the environment supports all of us on other aspects of life. Costs that manifest on things like healthcare that contribute to an increase in socio-economic gaps. On the news today, and more of us will be facing as the climate is changing. This relates on worsening level of violence towards especially women and girls, especially those from poor background. And this is a reality that us, as the young generation, could change. We do not have to accept this future. If there are two things that people could draw from this story, is to find yourself that seed of passion about that thing that you care about. Do you care about women and girls? Do you care about economic empowerment for local community? Do you care about education? All that sits on a healthy planet. We all could move forward to change the game on how we change our relationship with this planet. Thank you, dear.
To hear more podcasts or to find out more about FinBiz 2030, go to finbiz2030.com. Join the conversation using hashtag FinBiz2030. FinBiz 2030 is a joint initiative between One Young World and Chartered Accountants Worldwide. This podcast is produced by Big Top Multimedia. The original webinar series was produced by Be There Productions and Big Top Multimedia. Special thanks to Pexels.com.